Okay, so that's your gifted donated pearl there. So if we're going to start with your 4 pearl oyster, you're hoping for light pinks, Cadbury purples or greens. Good luck, my lovely. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. You can see there's no pearls on that side. Now, straight away here, look at those. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are indeed quadding. There's no more in that one. So you've got 4 pearls, obviously, from your quadding oyster. Now we've got a lilac purple. Quite a nice light pastel-y lilac pearl there. You've got a 2-tonal burgundy red. So he's dark, look at him. He's a base bright burgundy red with these gorgeous black cherry spots to him. Almost reminds me of like a ladybug markings were to him there. You then have got a bright watermelon. And a darker forest green. Sorry, the pearls ran to the other side, so each time I went to pick it up, they've lost focus. Right, let's get this focus for you. So, lilac purple, a spotted red, watermelon and a forest green from your quadding oyster. Moving on to mystery oyster number 1. Light pop there. And in here, there's a little bit of flesh on that side, but we can definitely see there's no pearls there. Straight away, I can see that you're twinning with dark purple twins. There's no more in that one. So twinning with dark purple twins. Let me pop them straight in the sand. Visually, they do look like they're going to be the same shade and size, but again, we do get fooled sometimes, but visually they do look very, very similar there. And then moving on to your last oyster, so again, mystery oyster. You've got a light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Oh, straight away popped out down the bottom. And there's no more in that one. So I'm just going to hold this one up so we can see this shade as well. And he is a darker gunmetal grey. Okay, you've got some gorgeous colours here. I'm just going to get it focused. There we go. Nope. Okay, so here is your gunmetal grey. So you've got a mottled autumn peach, a lilac purple, a bright red with darker black cherry spots, bright watermelon and forest green, twinning dark purples, and then a dark gunmetal grey. Rochelle, I'll need to know which 2 you would like on the jewellery. If you're happy with these. If you're not, we can of course swap them for you. The forest green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. You'd like to have the purples on the earrings, that's perfect, not a problem. Are you happy with the rest of your colours there? The watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Spotted red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Lilac purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. The purple twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Purple twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well. So they are measuring the same size. And then your darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. You'd like to donate the autumn peach and keep the rest. Again, that's extremely kind of you there, Michelle, my lovely. I'm sure the person who receives that will be very, very happy. So we're going to have purples on the jewellery and you're happy with the other loose pearls. Let me just bring you back up here. Perfect. Okay, so Michelle, thank you for the donations with your shells. That's safe up there for you, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. Okay, up next then today is Georgina Evans. Georgina, are you here? Sorry, I'm just drinking my bottle of water. Oi, oi. Hello, Georgina, my lovely. Let me mark you off as here. So you have got a 4 pearl oyster and 2 additional openings as well. So I'll get your 4 pearl oyster and your additional 2 openings. Would you like an oyster, an egg pop, or one of each? Oysters, donate the shells. Creams. You've said greens. Oh God, what's going on? Green or creams? Sorry, both times then. I muddled it up. Greens or creams? That's really hard to say. I don't know why. I'm struggling. Right, let's go down. Let's start with your donated pearl here. It is getting to that time of night already. It's been a long weekend. So your pearl colour here is a dark chocolate. Oh, I love that. So this chocolate is two-tonal and I love a formal green evening dress. Okay, so you're looking for sort of pearls that are going to match that kind of dress, the green dress that you've got. So fingers crossed we can help you out here and you're going to get something you're happy with. So if we start with your 4 pearl oyster, light pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl, no pearls on that side. And straight away, we're starting off with 2 different types of greens. I can see an apple green here and a forest green. So that's already 2 different shades of green. Let me just have a squidge. And there's no more in there. Again, that dark section is just part of the oyster. So quite large pearls here. I'm just going to dry them up. And of course you are quadding. So the forest green. Apple green is two-tonal. So lighter and brighter areas. You've got a two-tonal autumn peach as well. Again, lighter and brighter areas there. And a two-tonal blurple. Now this blurple has definitely got some imperfections. If I move him slowly, you can sort of see lots of little spots of imperfections as you go around. He's gorgeous colouring with the lighter and dark shades, but again, if you're not happy with imperfections, we can swap him for you at the end. I'm just moving it around so you can see both shades there. So forest green, apple green, autumn peach, and a Blurple. Moving on to oyster number 1. Light pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now we do have a pearl that's just popped out at the bottom there, so that's a darker colour. And again, 1, 2, 3. There's no more in that one. You have got triples. Triples with your first normal oyster. So you've got actually another forest green there. You've actually got another light apple green. So this is more of a pastel apple green. So again, 2 shades of green. And then you've got this really dark, deep watermelon pearl. Moving on to your last oyster. Again, quite a louder, deep pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. So in here, you've got a darker gunmetal grey. Georgina, what do you think to all of these? You've got a 2-tonal chocolate, forest green, 2-tonal apple green, 2-tonal autumn peach, and a 2-tonal blurple. Another forest green, a pastel apple green, and a dark watermelon, and then a darker gunmetal grey. So as you know, I'll need to know which 2 pearls you'd like on your jewellery. And if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. The blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a